Boys, how are we doing? I had to switch my mic up a little bit, so please let me know if it is reasonable and how it sounds. Sorry about that. I went to go start the stream and my mic stopped working and then my camera stopped working, and a restart seems to have fixed most everything. So, let's let our Discord know. Time to read a book, aka read this update. Come join if you're cool. Alright. Pop that there. And then and then here. All right. How's it going, Mr. Andro? My favorite hard stuck bronze of all time. I still exist and make my grand return. It depends on how time works. That's kind of where I'm at this point. Oh. All right. Do we have any other sparkling water drinkers in chat? Because my wife got bubbly, and it's inferior to LaCroix, in my opinion. But I am a relatively recent convert to the sparkling water. Another account. Yes, so as we have people joining, this is the update I've been waiting for to determine if I'm going to start a new free-to-play or if I'm going to pick up my old one and continue that. So, I'm acutely interested in this. So, we will see. And I don't know what I would do about guilds and stuff, but we'll see. So, I'll be transparent. I did read like the first 3 things here and then realized how long this was, and I was like, oh shit, I should do a stream to break this down. So, I saw this artwork, which this artwork's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I do love the new Vader look. If you start anew, stick to the Leviathan, then I would love to return to this at the same time. Perhaps it's time for Return of the People. I think we would probably just... now, again, this is all up in the air still. I would think we'd probably just have some of the oldest accounts kind of consolidate towards the People's Guild and then have more people starting the People Strikes Back, since I don't think the guilds are in a spot right now where they're all full. So, I don't know, but I also don't want to... it's going to be the decision of the people that have been actively playing in those. It will not be... I'm not going to come in and be like, oh, I started these, so I get to decide all these things. Now, if they are happy with where they're at, then we might just start a new thing, or I don't know. But I don't want to step on the toes of people that have actually been maintaining those guilds in my absence. So, and if I have the opportunity to help them out, I would love to help them out with getting new players to come. So, anyways, that's where I'm at with that. This is a long update. I know it is, so let's get right into it. Title update and 10-year anniversary announcement post. 10 years, a decade. It's difficult to believe that it's been this long since we first invited you to pull up a seat at the holo tables and begin your journey in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Together, we've achieved numerous milestones, assembled legendary squads, and watched as this incredible community has grown and flourished. Thank you for being the heart and soul of SWGOH. You're right. Your community is everything. Your game would be lost without your community. And I'm glad you're realizing that. Cool. To properly honor this momentous 10-year anniversary and set the stage for the next exciting era of the game, we are thrilled to announce a foundational overhaul and the biggest update we've ever made. Well, they just went out and said it. We're bringing sweeping changes to the structure of the game designed to revitalize the core experience, enhance progression, and introduce new ways to play. There's lots of information up below, so grab a beverage, find a comfy chair, and enjoy today's update notes. .gg says that the People's Guild is 40 out of 50 and People Strikes Back is 49 out of 50, but I don't know how active all those people are. It's usually easier to recruit when you have like 49 or 38, so I know that they probably aren't kicking some people that probably need to be. Last year we released episodes, and with them, a lot of people were unhappy. We mentioned this concept called eras. These are Galaxy of Heroes' new seasonal structure. The guiding principle for seasonality can be found at the end of this document. Each standard era will consist of 3 episodes per era, 6 marquee units, journey guide event, and associated unit, weekly episode quests, era challenges to test your marquee squads, and multiple pieces of content for all players to enjoy. Yeah, we knew all this already. Periodically, we'll have non-standard eras that may only last 1 episode or may not have a journey guide event, but we will communicate about these as they occur. Sure. As part of these changes, we are also expanding the availability of the episode quests. Wait, is this different? This is different, isn't it? Wait. Era challenge. This is a new thing, isn't it? Era challenges. Because that's not era battles. Or is it era battles and it's just... You'll see what era challenges is. Oh, okay. It's later down the line. Okay. As part of these changes, we were associated with the episode quests, the episode track, and the episode pass to all players starting at level 10. Oh, I didn't realize you couldn't access them before level 85. Instead of level 85. Players will get a different set of episode quests in each episode depending on their level when the episode starts. Okay, makes sense. Okay. Players who are below level 85 will receive a standard set of introductory quests. Players at level 85 will receive the bespoke set of quests for that episode. Makes sense. It's the same thing. They are just lying about it again, and they lied about it before. Which one's the same thing? I just like the seasonal structure. Is that what you mean? Character quests will become available for all players at level 20, which is the same level that unlocks marquee events. Okay, so this is the new marquees. I did see this. This is as far as I got. I saw this and I was like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. So, Stormtrooper Luke. I'm going to guess Sonostaros. Maybe I'll learn more about which teams these are going in. IG-90. I'm going to guess that's an Afra droid. Yoda and Chewie. Maybe JMK as a Galactic Republic. Asajj Ventress Dark Disciple. I'm going to go Ufu. Inquisitors. Darth Vader's Duel's End. I'm going to go EP lead with Marg Jade with this new Vader. And then someone said Maul is going with Chimere, but I don't know about that. So we'll see. I would think he would go with Sith, but we'll see. All right. Eras will be isolated from the rest of the game. Which we're referring to as legacy content. During the era in which each marquee and journey guide unit is released, both the journey guide and marquee units will be considered an era unit. When an era ends, all of the current era units will become legacy units. When the next era begins, the newest marquee and journey guide units released during the new era will be considered era units for its duration. Okay. I'm surprised that we are starting to get repeat characters when there are still quite a few icons missing. Yeah, we'll talk more about that at the end here. But next reward at total era level 90. Total era level, era units, character squads, ships, fleets. Okay. Okay, so you have your progress on all of your era characters here. Okay. This is an important distinction for a few reasons. Era units can only be used in era modes and will not be allowed in legacy modes. Wait a second. So you're telling me when these characters come out, I can't use them in Grand Arena until after the era is over? Right? Isn't it saying legacy modes is all other content? We're referring to legacy content Areas will be isolated from the rest of the game, which we're referring to as legacy content during the era in which each marquee, both the journey guide and marquee units will be considered an era unit. When era unit, I don't mind generic characters like IG90, but I do mind characters like, yeah, I agree, kind of. Era units only use era resources for progression, while legacy units will continue to use existing materials and recipes for upgrades. Okay. Legacy units cannot be used in era modes or be upgraded with era materials. This isolation is primarily to allow players to progress in both the latest content and grow their rosters with legacy content without having to choose where to put their resources. But a more detailed explanation of why this distinction and isolation is important can be found at the bottom of this update. So I'm going to have separate era resources that I have to use on the era characters, and then separate resources I'll use for legacy characters. But eventually, won't I just catch up on all the legacy characters? Okay. And then what's the point of gearing up old legacy characters at that point? That seems a little weird. Era Journey Guide will work a little differently than normal Journey Guide events. The Era Journey events will start in week 9 of the era, which is when the 5th marquee is released. Era Journey Guide units will be available at 4 stars to allow players to use them early during the era. This Era Journey Guide will be structured as follows. Wait a second. So you're telling me like all of the new legendaries are going to be 4-star unlocks? That'd be pretty sick. Like, if I could get Jedi Master Mace Windu at 4 stars and start using them, like, I would love that. Tier 1 requires the first 5 marquee characters at 4. I'm assuming that's stars. At air level 45, and will unlock the Journey Guide unit at 4. I'm assuming that's stars. The 5, I'm assuming that's star. I don't know why they're missing a bunch of stars here. 5-star era Journey Guided unit will require 5 marquee units at 5 stars. At 5 for era marquee, so 4 stars. Yeah, okay. The 6-star and 7-star versions of the Journey Guide will become available when the 6th marquee releases and will require all 6 marquees at 6 stars and 7 stars respectively. Makes sense. A significant amount of time after the era, the Journey Guide will become a legendary event, a legacy event, but it will have different requirements as the marquees will no longer be era units. Huh. Okay. So, it's incentivizing you to do it early. So, like, let's say you could possibly clear the event at Relic 3. You could clear the 7-star event at Relic 3. So, if you geared them up during the era, with the era resources, whatever that's going to look like, I'll find out in a minute, that you might need them at Relic 5 when it goes to a legacy event. I'm fine with that. Okay, to support our design pillars, we're introducing a new progression system for era units. This system uses new resources instead of legacy gear or relic materials. Okay. Allowing all players to simultaneously continue their existing farms and chases while building up and playing with new units. Okay. Oh, look, we got light side leader, support, rebel. Okay, so Stormtrooper Luke is actually his own leader. Interesting. So maybe original Princess Leia and Stormtrooper Han? Kind of what I would hope with this team. Wedge and Biggs actually being usable. That'd be sick. Okay, and it looks like they have some sort of currency, and then I don't know what this is down here, but it looks like you kind of just upgrade them through like a level progression. Oh, yeah, level 4. Okay. Interesting. 4 stars is required for level 66 plus. 5 stars is required for level 76, 6 stars, 91. Okay. Players will need a variety of era materials to upgrade a unit's era level. These can be earned from participating in the era through Coliseum, era marquee events, era journey events, and episode track milestones or purchased from the store. You know, they had to get you somehow. When era units become legacy units at the end of the era, their era level will convert into the character level, gear tier, relic level, and ability level associated with that era level. Okay, so this is what I'm interested in. What's that conversion look like? Any era materials and era currencies will convert it into legacy materials at the end of an era. That's also what I'm interested in. So this part right here is very interesting because as somebody who doesn't have everything unlocked from the legacy eras, and as somebody who is potentially thinking about starting a free-to-play, what would happen if I just hoarded all of my materials and let them convert? Would that be more profitable since I don't necessarily want to go for those newest characters? Do you know what I mean? Interested in this. I'm assuming there's going to be some caps, so I won't be able to probably do that too much, but I think that'll be interesting. The specifics of this new economy are still being finalized, but here are some examples of how your era units will be converted over. Oh, there we go. Era level 65 is equivalent to level 5, gear 12 base, ability level 7. This is where we expect most players to reach with free-to-play. Mwah. I'm okay with that. Level 85, gear 12 characters. I think that's beautiful. I think that's gorgeous. All right, era level 80 would be level 85, relic level 2, ability level 7. Era level 95, max era level, would bring you to level 85, relic 6, ability level 8 with Zeta abilities. Interesting, very interesting. Okay. Oh, and here you get a little breakdown of like what your conversion would be. Now let's look at the first round of changes coming to the game in support of eras, followed by what players can look forward to next year. Okay, so far, I'm okay with this. I was a little worried that they were going to kind of skimp our progression in other ways by making this the new thing. But it seems okay so far. I don't see anything glaringly terrible yet. Coliseum. That's pretty cool. Don't worry, the other shoe always drops at some point. Yeah. Okay, so it's a PvE game mode. Jotaz. Is this a thing I don't remember? Jotaz. Species of large, aggressive, but slow predators found on the planet Zephyr. Oh, this is from Jedi Fallen Order. Or, yeah, Fallen Order. Okay. Alright, Coliseum is a new game mode in the first era mode to be added to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Unlocking at player level 10, this game mode pits individual players against formidable foes from the Star Wars universe. Bosses will rotate daily, with players attempting to achieve new high scores each day. These high scores will earn rewards in two ways. One-time rewards for reaching certain score milestones that reset each era, and daily leaderboard rewards competing against other players' high scores for the day. The Coliseum leaderboard is one of the primary places to earn new Relic 10 materials. More on Relic 10 below. Okay. Wait. But I thought era things were only supposed to give us era rewards. Or are they kind of swapping that a bit? Oh. Actually, you need to turn it this way. Okay, so rank rewards, feature info, leaderboards. Okay. To support this new leaderboard, players will be randomly assigned to new era shards. These are similar to Squad Arena and Fleet Arena shards, but are completely separate. An era shard is not tied to a player squad or Fleet Arena shard and will not affect either of those in any way. Players will be randomly assigned to a new shard each era, giving everyone an opportunity to prove their mettle against a variety of opponents. Okay. I'm trying to think of if there's an issue with that. My worry is that, like, as a new player, how are you supposed to get higher, like, higher up? You can't coordinate who gets top reward. I mean, you could within the top people if you can kind of get that coordinated early on. Start messaging people. You definitely could. And I'm sure people will try. Or here's what might happen is there might be a way to pull your shard, like the data of which shard you're on, and then in a Discord have a bot that like can tag you with your shard. So I'm sure somebody, SWGOH Events or somebody could probably figure that out to get you shards for your arena, for your Coliseum arena shard. Okay, anyways. Okay, so you have different bosses to select from. I'm assuming you have like different difficulties for each one. We'll keep reading. Air challenges are another place. I'm surprised they didn't put rank or AAT and some other big guys for the Coliseum. Well, I'm sure they can rotate out, so. Alright, air challenges are another place to use air units in this release. These will be replacing galactic challenges in an effort to help manage how much time players spend completing their daily tasks. Ooh, galactic challenges are out of here. That I'll reserve judgment until I see what the rewards are, but as a whole, I'm kind of okay with that. I kind of hate a lot of galactic challenges. A lot of the feats are terrible. The difficulty tiers are balanced around having era units and squads at certain era levels. Ooh. But does that mean if because like I'm an episode pass enjoyer, but I'm not a like whale for the new marquees enjoyer. You know what I mean? So, oh wait, yeah, yeah. Are they gonna refund everyone who did Phalanx Omicron that was only applicable for galactic challenges? That actually is funny. Or are you just gonna have a one that's completely useless at this point? All right. So I feel like this means that I'm not going to get the same rewards that have been getting galactic challenges, which kind of sucks. And the feats reward those appropriately. These will be available during the weeks between marquee releases, and players will have the full week to complete as much as they can on their own schedule. I do like that. Time needed to complete all the events and modes daily is an important topic to discuss as part of these changes. With the addition of the Coliseum and managing an era roster on top of your existing roster, it's critical that we ensure that time spent in game daily doesn't increase significantly. That's smart that they're realizing that. We designed the systems and the scale of eras to something far more manageable. For this release, Coliseum is a huge focus, but we were careful to ensure that only a few battles a day are needed to complete most of the era content and advance up the leaderboard. Cool. Your score for each Coliseum boss is a high watermark that persists over the era, which means once you achieve your best score, you don't need to keep battling over and over again that day. Okay. A new type of event is Era Challenges, which replace Galactic Challenges. Every other week, players will have 7 days to complete Era Challenges and use their newly powered up Era Squads. This should make Era Challenges less time intensive than Galactic Challenges overall. I think they give more points for the past somewhere in those wall of text, but I don't remember for sure. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot to read here, so I'm trying not to miss anything. Powered up Era Squads, this should make Era Challenges less time intensive than Galactic Challenges overall. That is actually great. I do hate how much time Galactic Challenges take, because I usually have to remod for them. As somebody who doesn't have great mods on my Jawas or my Tuscans, I'll have to remod when those come up, so that might actually save me time. Lastly, we want to reduce some time spent in Conquest and Territory battles. For players who are over-invested in the squads needed for the zone, Relic Delta will make those battles faster and need less micromanaging during the encounter. Okay. Okay. I thought they were going to say we're reducing Conquest down to 3 zones or something. And I was going to be like, that's amazing. But no, they're just like, oh, Relic Delta's going to help you. Yeah, fuck off, dude. In the future, we'll continue to examine which modes should be supplanted by the era system and which are the important drivers of your legacy rosters that should stay front and center. We're also scrutinizing which areas of the game are not only time intensive, but become repetitive once mastered. This is a space where we continue to examine and determine if they should be addressed with quality of life changes or removed entirely. More on this in the future as we watch the release closely and how it impacts time spent in the game. One thing that I would say is Galactic War and daily challenges and fleet challenges could all be consolidated into something that you go and sim once a day, rather than having to go to like 3 different spots to do all those. I know it's not like that much time saved, but genuinely, I think it would be a good change to just do that and then it's fixed. Oh. Oh. This is different. Okay. Is there anything in here that's like hidden that I am missing? No, it looks okay. It's just like this front that really is the change. Okay. We have long waited to spice up the Cantina with new characters, story elements, tie-ins to current events with Galaxy of Heroes, and more. While our team is hard at work preparing larger changes, we wanted to put seasonal content front and center to facilitate this. We've condensed the light side and dark side tables into the Cantina Battles table and renamed it the Campaigns table. We'll continue to work to modernize our Cantina and an update schedule for next year. Our goal is to provide an easily navigated home screen that informs you of the most relevant information to you and what exciting new content has been released. Okay, cool. Future seasonal content. Oftentimes, players will be building 2 or even 3 squads of the Marquee and Journey Guide units they unlock during an era, and we want to support player agency in developing those squads. Early next year, we plan to release what we're calling loaned units, a system where players will temporarily be granted a variety of additional era units based on legacy units for use in era modes. List of important-ish characters off the top of my head that aren't in game yet. Bib, Fortuna, Snoke, Baylor, Nia Nub. Yeah, you get the idea. Okay. Yeah, I will talk about that in a minute, but I have so much text to get through. Okay. So that's interesting. So like if let's say just for example, Stormtrooper Luke is going to go with like Stormtrooper Han, Leia, and Wedge and Biggs. Like you'd get those characters loaned to be able to use in some of the era modes without necessarily having to invest in them. So like new players, that seems really good for. Because like as somebody who bought Lightspeed bundles or geared up those characters, like I might have them to use in those events. But for a new person that doesn't have them, it'd be nice to have them loaned. So loan units will not require direct investment to increase their power, and they will go away at the end of the era. Until then, we're utilizing summon units within the Coliseum to provide a better and more well-rounded combat experience. Makes sense. We recognize that there are players who want to duke it out directly in PvP rather than fight big bosses. With that in mind, we want to bring a PvP mode to eras in the future. For this to be a compelling PvP experience, it needs to be supported by loaned units and a system for stat differentiation. Sure. Sounds like a wish list thing that I don't know when they're going to get to. However, for era PvP, mods can be complicated and they introduce a wide variance in player experience and competitive viability based on random rolls. While the system provides interesting texture to legacy content and long-term progression, it is not conducive to seasonal content where all players start from the same place each era. With all that said, any era PvP will be introduced alongside a new system for stat differentiation among era units that will allow era PvP to be an intriguing competitive landscape for all players to deeply engage with. More on the next era features as we get closer to their releases. Interesting. Okay, so they're basically saying they don't want the randomness of mods into whatever era PvP system they end up doing later on. So that'd be interesting. If is it going to be like a extra stats that you can kind of allocate, like a stat buy system? If so, I don't see why. I feel like most people would just build into the same things, like your attackers, you'd build into offense and crit damage, stuff like that, speed. So makes me think you get loaned units even if your actual tune is better than the loaned one. Yes, I also think that's true. Yeah, I think when they eventually do the loaned units, but I think you will have the opportunity to do. If we go, let's just assume my stat buy idea is how they're going to do it. You'll be able to allocate those stats on the loaned units that you get as well. I see two things happening with Stormtrooper Luke. Either he's useless for most people after 4 or 5 million, or CG finally gives in with Red 5. You're getting ahead of me. We should note that this is not the end of legacy content, as the era system works in conjunction with new events and modes that are outside of the eras. We have many plans to release more features and content like raids, territory battles, planets, and units in the future. Units? They're going to continue to release legacy units? That seems odd. I would just think that their era units becoming legacy units in the era ends is how they would get around this. Anyways, alongside the new era content, we have a number of changes coming to the rest of the game. Let's take a high-level look at what those are. Marquee cadence. A long time ago, we established a cadence for marquee units. Since then, we've added to the cadence. Shards become accelerated approximately 1 year later and introduced new versions of marquee events. With the introduction of eras, we are evolving marquees to the next stage. Yikes, this could be scary. Players will be granted all of the marquee units from an era the first time they log in during that era. That's pretty sick. These units will not be accessible for upgrades or battle use until their individual marquee event starts, but they will exist in your roster. This way, all players will have access to the same marquee units at the same time, even if a particular marquee event is missed during an era. Okay. You'll still want to play the marquee while it's active to earn more shards for your era units. It also helps players jump straight into era content. Cool. Probably conquest characters, and if we get them again, raid/TB units. I really hope we get more raid units again. The other notable change to marquee units is when they transition to shipments, nodes, and accelerated status. Am I going to be disappointed or happy with what I'm about to read? Marquee character shards will be available in shipments approximately the second week after their release. Their release era ends, and they become legacy characters. Marquee character shards will be farmable on a node approximately 13 weeks after their marquee event. Marquee characters shards will become accelerated around 1 year after the start of their release era, even when this would mean an individual character may become accelerated earlier than 1 year after the marquee event. Okay. This is also when marquee units are eligible for lightspeed tokens, as a change from our earlier plan of having them become eligible 1 year after the end of the era. Okay. So basically, let me read this again. 13 weeks after their marquee event, they'll get added to shipment. Oh, they'll be farmable. Okay, so that means if we're looking at something like SWGOH came out today. So, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So SWGOH would be farmable in like February? That seems like a long time. Or is that normal right now? I feel like that's long to be able to be ready for them to be farmable. And also, that means I can't farm them during the era, basically. Because it'll put it outside the era. Shipment's approximately the second week after their era ends. Wait a second. So I have to farm them from packs, basically? And then this is just 1 year after the era instead of 1 year after their event. Still will be farmable on the 12th, was released September 9th. He'll be farmable next week. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 weeks. So it's going from 9 to 13. So it's an extra 4 weeks. Yeah, okay. Maybe they'll tell me something about how I can get more shards. Well, I guess I don't have to relic. I don't know. We'll see. That's a sneaky change, yeah. That means it takes 50% of the time before they become farmable. Oh no, yeah. I don't love that. Relic economy. Let's keep reading, and we'll come back to that as a potential thing we don't like. Relic economy changes. As a part of this major eras update, there will be a number of changes to the relic economy. Here we go. Eras create a path for players to reach the higher tiers of relics if they want to invest deeper into their squads. Relics are also a critical part of the rewards for the era, and there are 3 ways we are improving the relic experience for players. Reduce the pinch of gear and relic materials, increase inflow of relic resources to majority of players, improve access to relics. Reduce the pinch of gear and relic materials. Okay. First way of reducing some of the relic pressure on your roster is through the changes to eras. Eras significantly change how players interact with legacy unit progression, as era levels provide a head start on new units when they convert at the end of an era. This reduces the amount of gear needed for new units and instead can be used at the scavenger to obtain the relic materials you need. Sure. Outside of the newest units, era rewards will also impact many older journeys. Lightspeed tokens are rewarded for engaging or investing in the era and can be used on legacy units to accelerate access to squads and journey guide events. Again, this reduces the amount of gear you need to get. This is kind of all already in the game. Well, I guess, yeah. Journey guide requirements up to speed, and freeing up gear to be used elsewhere. Our goal is for eras to be an efficient way to acquire journey guide units and power up your roster. Additionally, to alleviate some pressure on relic materials for Relic 9, we are removing fragmented signal data, chromium transistors, and rhodium heat sinks from the Relic 9 recipe. Okay. All these changes combined allow you to use less gear for upgrading units and save gear for the scavenger to get relics you want faster. The fragmented signal data is really the only thing I ever get stuck on here. And it's like 10 or 15, so it's really not bad. So that's like a small change, but it's something. Yeah. But chromium transistors and rhodium heat sinks, I have more than I always have enough of those. Increase the amount of relic materials inflow. This is hopefully good. While reducing the number of places you need to gear is important to get more relic materials into players' inventories, this primarily comes from the updates to milestones on the free episode track. Relic 1 to 5 materials and tier 1 to 3 signal data will be replacing existing GC salvage boxes on the free episode track milestones. That's actually good. Players engaging daily in eras will still be able to complete the episode track, and we expect most players to be able to earn these resources monthly. Okay. They said R10 when used, but it's crafted with old signal data. Oh, I haven't gotten that far yet. On top of that, we are updating episode shipments to include items like signal data, fragmented and incomplete, so players can use their extra episode currency to also boost their relic farms. Another good change. Okay. Improve access to relics. More resources and less pressure on gear when upgrading characters is great, but without access to more important materials to upgrade higher tier relics, players would be unable to utilize these additional resources. With that in mind, the scavenger will be updated with the following changes. Oh gosh. Okay. Wait, I'm already just noticing. You can make arrows, mags, and droid brains now. But yeah, with the new numbers for the episode track, after main GCs, free players will have an extra 11 tiers. Yeah, but they said here that they expect most players to still be able to get those. So we'll have to see how free-to-play accessible the first episode track is once we actually have all of the challenges and stuff. Like they'll hit 600 and only need... With the new numbers for the episode track, there's an extra 11 tiers. Cairo for Droid Brain is very nice. I have thousands of Kairos at this point. Oh. And you can do it for Arrow Mags. That's actually sick. I know a lot of veteran players are gonna love this. I know a lot of veteran players are gonna love that. This makes Mommy Mando way more valuable. This means people really need to go get Mommy Mando. The Armatech piece is the piece that has no use in scavengers currently. Anyone know what node this or this are on, so I can see how many of them I have? This one and this one. Armatech Tactical Data. Armatech Data Prototype. 3C normal fleets. Thank you. And then light side 9B. Let's take a look. Wait, okay, so light side 9B. That's what I'm looking at. Let's see. Light side 9B. This guy? Tactical Data Prototype Salvage. Oh, is it this guy? Tactical Data Prototype Salvage. Oh, it's the same thing. Mark 12 Armatech. Okay. Cool. I have 338 of them. That's nice. Grab my bonus energy real quick. I'm going to get distracted by this if I stay here for too long, but let's just minimize that for now. Okay. So that's nice. New relic signal data recipe. Corrupted signal data. I'm assuming this is the relic 10 signal data that you were talking about. Fragmented, incomplete, flawed. Okay, so you just use the old ones. Yeah, that doesn't really help. I do think it's time for ROTP. Return of the People. Yeah. It's the least used Gear 12 piece, so you don't need a lot of them. Okay, nice. Okay, in addition to the scavenger, raid shipments are being updated. Electrium conductors and Zimbital cards are being changed from costing Mark III raid tokens to Mark II? What? Huh? That is amazing. Only 75? Zimbital cards are 100? That's so cheap, too. Oh, I'm so glad I took all the clones to Relic 9. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Carbonate circuit board, bronzing wires, chromium just and eroding his are being changed from Mark 2 to Mark 1? What? That's crazy. Dude, I'm going to be flying through relics. I mean, who's paying 400 Mark II for one carbonate circuit board? Yeah, 100%. I've never, ever spent. The thing I do right now is I spend my Mark II raid currency on gear that I then salvage and turn into Mark 1. Or into Electrium conductors or Zimbital cards. This is a crazy change. This might be one of the best changes right there. Just so far. Low key, I'm okay with Relic Delta if they're giving us this. Can I say it? One raid worth of Mark 1, about 16.7k, will be equal to 417 Bronziums. Wild. Dude, I might... one thing I saw, and I'm going to say as my main complaint, I will read in a moment. The goal here is to make these relic materials easier and cheaper to acquire. All this and no double drop Chirotech? Yeah, but like... most people that I'm around in GP don't worry about Chirotech anymore. Because the Chirotechs you get from TB are a bunch. The number of stars required for certain Relic Amplifier levels have been reduced as well. Relic 4 now requires 5 stars, reduced from 6. Relic 5 now requires 6 stars, reduced from 7. Relic 6 is now the first Relic Amplifier to require 7 stars. Okay. So I can go all the way to Relic 4... at 5 stars. And I can go to Relic 5 at 6 stars. Yeah, Chirotech is pretty much an early to mid-game bottleneck. We will no longer need Kairos for new marquees. Correct. So, what it said is... if we go... actually, I won't go back, because I'm going to lose my spot. But it said that, basically, they expect most people to get to, in the episode, or the era track, to the point where your character will convert over at Gear 12, level 85. Which means all of the Chirotech invest that you would normally need for those characters will have circumvented through the era track. We'll need 100 Kairos for new marquees. But yes, because they'll be Gear 12. Correct. So you'll still need your finisher, but that's normal for any character that you want to take to relics. Okay. So that's fine. I have not really invested in the low stars high relics yet, so I haven't really tried that much. While we lift the floors of relics for many players, we also want to raise the ceiling with the introduction of Relic 10 earned from era shipments. Relic 10 materials will be the most valuable for players competing at the high end of Grand Arena Championship and Territory Wars, while new units and content are exciting for our most veteran players. The competition at the top end of our PvP modes is what drives the excitement for many of our top players. Increasing the accessibility of Relic 9s means players should be more feel more comfortable with pushing their competitive squads to higher relics. I agree. It'll be like something this moves out. I think I'm just a bit because I've been in Cairo Hell for months. If you're in Cairo Hell, my biggest advice is go get Mommy Mando. I'm pretty sure the episode pass plus only will be enough to get new marquees to Relic 1. Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know. Let me keep reading, and then we'll kind of discuss all of that. This is some major context for why Relic Delta is important. How to access relics is becoming easier. Speaking of which, Relic Delta. Where's the dun dun dun? Thanks to the efforts of those involved in the recent playtest, we have finalized the values for Relic Delta as shown below. The system will not be active in Conquest during the Stranger arc. For the Conquest arc after, we are working on changes to improve quality of life and ease pain points so that Relic Delta's effect on the Conquest experience is purely positive. Hopefully that's true. Here is our final Relic Delta chart. 0% change at 1 relic level away. 5% change at 1 relic level away, either way. So 5% less damage, 5% more damage. You'll take 10% more damage and do 10% more damage with 2 relic level difference. You'll take 25% additional damage and deal 33% additional damage against 3 relic levels away. That could hurt, but 4 is going to be 40% and 70%, 160 and 150. Or 60 and 150. These numbers look so much better. These numbers are doable, honestly. This is doable. 4 relic levels away, I think I'd maybe like to see that 70 come down a little bit. I'm okay with this for the first 3. I'm okay with even 40 here, but I'd like to see this closer to like 50 maybe. And then this like 100, not 150. Wait. Yeah, no. Okay. Never mind. So, I don't know. It's a little much on the top ends, but I get why they're doing it. And you guys have heard the whole design, the whole conversations about Relic Delta. I'm not going to change your opinion on it, and I'm not here to talk about that right now. So, let's just keep going. We knew this was a critical but difficult change to make, which is why we ran the playtest to help tune this to the appropriate levels. Thanks to your feedback, we lowered the overall impact of these modifiers at lower relic differences and reduced their power at the top. Even now, the numbers above are something we will monitor closely to ensure this is a robust meta based on squad strategy, synergy and strategy that respects players' abilities to theory craft and push squads to their limits. If you want to know more about Relic Delta and our changes for the impact, check out the design fireside chat. Remember that their attempt was for Relic Delta 4 to be borderline impossible and Relic Delta 5 to basically be impossible. To be fair, the level 5 is pretty much saying, no, you lose. Yeah. 50 to 100 for 4 to 5 would have been ideal, but I don't hate this like I did before. It's bleh, but tolerable. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Episode track updates. This release also contains a number of changes to the episode track. With the release of era levels, a variety of era materials will be added to the episode track. The Pass and the Pass Plus will contain even more era materials to accelerate your marquee upgrades and to help you climb the Coliseum leaderboards. Additionally, Relic 1 through 5 materials and Tier 1 to 3 signal data will replace gear on the free episode track milestones. Overall, this adds more value to the episode track. The Pass and the Pass Plus price will stay the same. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Galactic Challenge episode points migration. We are discontinuing Galactic Challenges in their current form and adapting the GC system to create new era challenges as detailed above. Episode points awarded from these feats have been fully distributed across episode quests. Only the points from feats requiring episode pass ownership were applied to quests requiring it. Only the points for feats requiring episode pass ownership were applied to quests requiring. Okay, so this just basically means the feats that had win with an active episode pass have been allocated to the episode quests that are locked behind the episode pass. So doesn't change too much there. So specific point changes to episode quests as follows. Free episode quests award 5,000 EP up from 2,000. Episode quests requiring the episode pass award 7,000 EP up from 4,000. Character headline quests award 11,000 EP, up from 8,000. There's also a new daily quest for playing in the Colosseum, making 8 total individual daily quests have changed as follows. Daily quests reward 300 EP, reduced from 350. Completing all daily challenges worth 16 EP, increased from 1,500. This results in an overall increase of 50 EP a day from daily quests. Cool. Total points for EP quests, headline quests, daily quests, and daily box quests total 296,000, and you need 240,000 to max the track. Seems doable. And actually, character headline quests. But the character headline quests require a certain amount of shards for each one, right? That's what I'm thinking of. It's these ones, right? I still haven't even done my Zakas event. But these quests, right? These are the character headline quests? Or is that something different that I need to read more about? Or did I already read about it and forget about it? It's the complete 7 quests. Character headline is when you do the 8 episode quest for the... Oh! You're talking about this one right here. Yeah, like the chat. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, 8,000. Yep, and goes to 11,000. Okay. So, yeah, because when I was playing on my free-to-plays, these quests were almost never a problem. I have yet to have one of these quests where it was a problem for me. So, that should be pretty good for free-to-play. I don't see any reason free-to-plays, like RoboMelon was saying, can't max out the pass and get some extra. Yeah. Dang. That's actually really good. Okay. We all daily quest increases the result in the... Yeah, okay, we already read that. Future Lightspeed tokens will have tiers updated to better match current character power levels. These consumables still instantly upgrade characters, but now grant higher gear and relic tiers. This does not affect any existing Lightspeed tokens. Upgrade tiers. Carbonite, level 85, 3 stars, gear 12, ability level 3. Bronzium, level 85, 4 stars, relic 1, ability level 4. Relic 3, Relic 5, Relic 6. 7 stars, Relic 6, ability level 7. So Kyber's now Relic 6, and it was Relic 5 before. Erodium was Relic 3, and now it's Relic 5. Someone correct me if I'm wrong on any of these. Chromium was Relic 1 and is now Relic 3. Bronzium is Relic 1 and used to be Gear 12, and Carbonite's Gear 12 and used to be Gear 10. Am I right on those? Okay. Man, I have too much of this knowledge implanted in my head. All other upgrades granted by each Lightspeed token remain the same. Hi, Matt. How's it going? Perfect. The Anniversary Era. For our 10th anniversary, we wanted to do something special with our marquee characters. We looked at characters that were in the game at the original launch, I had noticed that, back in 2015, and paid homage to them with new characters that have a modern place in the SWGOH meta. The ones we chose to focus on either lifting squads that we feel could use a little help in certain areas, or building entirely new squads out of currently homeless characters. Any news, lol? If we're staying on the same cadence, the People Strike Back start stream is over a year ago now. Dang. Okay. Anniversary Era Marquees. Stormtrooper Luke. One step up from Farm Boy Luke. This is somewhat short for Stormtrooper. Make Stormtrooper Han and Princess Leia part of a rebel squad alongside with R2-D2 and Old Ben prior to unlocking Leia Organa. Boo! Boo! Make Sana great again. Make Rebel Officer Leia Organa good. Make Wedge and Biggs usable. Still, I think you can probably find a team with... you could probably find a team with Farm Boy Luke, Stormtrooper Han... Stormtrooper Luke, Stormtrooper Han, Princess Leia, Old Ben, since I don't think you need Old Ben for Leia, and a 5th that just has an R2. The fact that Luke has a lead is hilarious since he was just tagging along during that movie. Yeah. Yeah, I think Rolo, Captain Han... We'll have to see his kid, obviously. Counting up from IG-86 and IG-88, we get to IG-90. a notorious bounty hunter who provides Dr. Aphra and her squad a much-needed tank. Let's go! Yoda and Chewie takes Clone Wars Chewbacca, add one Jedi Master, and make it into a powerful addition to Tarful's Wookiee squad! Wookiees are back! Let's fucking go! Insert Moist Critical. That's what I've been talking about! That's what I've been waiting for! That's what it's all about! Asajj Ventress Dark Disciple. As a bounty hunter, Asajj Ventress looked for a place to belong as she made her way through the galaxy. Much like the Scion, whose squad she'll join. Okay. Dad bod Boba. That's not what I was thinking. I want Chewie to carry both Yoda and 3PO. Dude, I was hoping we were going to get this added to CLS's squad and run CLS Han Chewie. Dad bod Boba getting a lifter. I haven't looked at the testing for Forlom and Zuckuss too closely, but has anybody been trying them with Dad bod Boba, especially in Territory Wars? I feel like that could work really well. Am I crazy there? Anyways, Inquisitor Barriss. As Barriss falls from grace, she will be part of the strong Inquisitorial squad in 33, as well as a potential unaligned Force user for Seer Junda to take under her wing. Okay. As Stranger steals away Vader's apprentice from Legend, this elite Marquis joins his new master in the Emperor's hand as the backbone of the true Empire squad. Boom, called it. So I was right on basically all of these. It's not really. I was wrong on basically all of them. But I did get this one right. Okay, cool. Oh, dude, this art looks so sick. Oh my gosh. Here, one second, actually. One second. I gotta make sure CG's not hiding something from us. Open. Is there any like hidden text somewhere on here? I'm just saying, I know Meathead loves his puzzles and stuff, so I want to make sure we're not missing anything here. Anywhere that it looks like hidden text could be. Maybe in his armband here, actually. Right here in his crotch. This ain't FNAF. Dude, Meathead loves puzzles. And I could totally see him throwing something in here to just like mess with people. Nothing there. And then we go this way. Wow, that's terrifying. You guys want to have nightmares real quick? If you, wow. That's gorgeous. There you go. All right. Doesn't look like they hid anything in here. It just, I don't know. That seemed weird. Maul Hatefield, rebuilding his broken body from scrap and pure rage, the former Sith apprentice will seek out a stranger to give him a new purpose and lead him into battle. I don't know. That just doesn't seem quite as fitting as I would like, but it's fine. The Era Journey event will now begin with the 5th Marquee unit's release. This will allow you to unlock the Era Journey Guide unit at 4 stars and get enough shards to get to 5 stars when the final Era unit releases. You can then play the last tiers of the Journey event to get enough shards for 6 stars and 7 stars, like their Era Marquee companions. The Era Journey Guide unit also uses Era levels until the Era ends. Okay, that's kind of cool. Anniversary Era Coliseum battles. Dryax, a vicious pair of apex predators from the planet Wayland. Jotaz, a bulky, ferocious brute from the mysterious planet of Zepho. Pirate ATST, abandoned by the Empire and salvaged by a bloodthirsty crew of pirates. Zepho Tomb Guardians, an emotionless trio recovered from the Zephos. Okay. So that's just what we're getting in. You know that's fair, actually, Doom. I was thinking it was going to be May or Osha or whichever one was the dark side one. Osha, right? I think. May? Wait, I forget now. So yeah, it is good that it's at least something interesting. So he's the dark side Ufu. I just don't know that I was. I guess I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch for an Ufu in my opinion. But so we have him. So it's gonna be him, Thesis, Varys, Starkiller, and then Stranger. Large character tag? That's what I would think, right? Surely he is. 3v3 team of Stranger, Scavmal, Savage. Scavmal has a clause in his kit for Savage. Oh, did we get the kit for him down here? Or are you just saying you want him to have that? Alright, starting with the release of this title update and continuing over the next... This means I don't have to watch Acolyte now. Yeah. I would have preferred Osha to go with Khmer and Spider-Maul and a duo team with Savage. Yeah. And continue over the next 6 months, we are releasing a series of anniversary quest chains that will appear in all players' journey quests log starting at player 10. So a little longer to complete than a typical journey quest, but will especially attractive for brand new or returning players, granting lightspeed tokens to accelerate them through unlocking a number of journey guide characters. That said, all players should see at least some benefit of these quests. These quests remain active or remain available. Wait, these will remain available until November 17th, 2026. Unless otherwise specified, lightspeed tokens rewarded in these quest lines upgrade the character to 7 stars and gear 13, aka Relic 0, with all abilities upgraded to maximum level. This includes Zetas, but not Omicrons. Will lower the total rewards granted by each anniversary quest. Hera and Sabine. Okay, start 11-18. Hera and Sabine, lightspeed tokens, 10 Zeta materials, and 3 Omicrons. Ezra Bridger, Chopper, 10 Zetas, 3 Omicrons. Captain Rex, Rebel, Emperor Palpatine, lightspeed token. The final question unlock. Hey. Others are the same. Okay. Ahsoka Tano, Jedi Knight Anakin, 10 Zetas, 3 Omicrons. Mace Windu Shak Ti, 10 Zetas, 3 Omicrons. Caloran Beck, Jedi. Grandmaster Yoda requires... Okay. Eighth Brother... Ooh. Wait a second. What? 3 Omicron. Fifth Brother. Seventh Sister. Second Sister, Empire, R2-D2. Wow. Princess Leia, Luke's... Wow. Obi-Wan, Stormtrooper Han, Admiral Akbar, Droid, Commander Luke Skywalker, lightspeed token, Boba Fett, Bosk, IG-88, Dengar, Fennec, Bounty Hunter, Chewbacca, lightspeed token, The Mandalorian, Cara Dune, IG-11, Quill, Grief, Mando, Beskar Armor Mando. Holy shit. Those tokens are huge and will grant me over 40 free Zetas from mid characters. So this will be a huge boost to my goal to apply Zetas in the game. Holy. That's wild. Dude. Return of the People might have to be a thing. Pillars of Seasonality. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes has evolved so much over the last 10 years. As we looked at the future of the game, we wanted to build an ecosystem where all players could enjoy the latest content together. We established a few pillars for this ecosystem, eventually called eras, around which all of our design decisions were based, where we looked for guidance whether an issue popped up. Let's walk through the following 4 pillars to understand why they exist, how they affect the design of this release. Dude, I still got so much. I'm working on Jabba. Should I not farm Fennec now? I don't know, dude. Yeah, dude. I don't... Yeah. Oh. So I'm going to have to create a... So, Andrew, I'll say this. If we do Return of the People... Oh, yeah. It is one of the last ones. You are right. It's probably worth just doing. If it's factual 5 months, then yeah, probably just do it. I'm going to have to make a whole farm guide on how I would think about starting an optimal account when including the fact that you're going to get these characters at these different times, you know? Okay, let's finish reading this. We're almost done. All right, Pillar 1, seasonal play is for all players. Whether players have been playing for 10 days or 10 years, we want everyone to play with the newest marquee characters together. First step to getting all players to experience this newest content together was to put all players on the same footing at the start of an era. One option was to simply grant everyone the units for each event tier, but borrowing units doesn't allow players to upgrade units in a unique way or support theory crafting. Just using borrowed units for an era fundamentally didn't feel like a fun or compelling way to grow a roster. This led to the creation of a new progression system called Era Level. Now everyone would start from the same place each era when playing with new marquee units, and players could invest as they wanted. Great, but now we had some questions to answer. How would these units interact with existing rosters and game modes? It's not the highest relic levels. How can players get that to a state of competitive viability? Get that unit to a state of competitive viability. What constitutes game-wide competitive viability when players could have a full roster of Gear 7s or Relic 7s? Ensuring that these units felt competitive for all types of players in existing modes, regardless of whether they are going on their journey, was impossible. Regardless of where they're going on the journey, was impossible. What was viable for one player in Grand Arena, for example, was completely useless or overpowered for another. We could have picked an average spot that would have these units be competitively viable for most players, but we would be leaving some out and would violate our pillar of seasonal plays for all players. Additionally, having these units live side by side also creates an in-game communication issue where the units could exist in two very different states based on the modes you use them in. This left with us a choice. Allow players to use characters at a level that may or may not be competitively viable, which could mean the unit is usable by some and unusable by others. Isolate seasonal plays so that all players could use the units in modes specifically designed to accommodate the new progression system. We chose to isolate seasonal play as it believes a cleaner solution that results in a better experience across the board and lets everyone enjoy the newest content together. Pillar 2, focus on the fun. One of our main pillars introducing seasonality was to create an experience of all types of players that focus on doing what is fun in Galaxy of Heroes. Fun means different things to different people, but here we are defining this as getting new characters, using them in existing battles, and experiencing epic Star Wars stories. This distills not only what makes character collecting games exciting, but also why Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is a game we have loved for years. So how do we do that? In our early game, players see rapid advancement in gear levels and a matching pace of progression through early content. It's fun watching multiple numbers go up every day, making clear progress towards content goals, and frequently getting stronger. It's natural that players get to higher investment and content pacing slows down. This is evident in practice at practically every RPG game or game with a leveling curve. It's something to embrace, yet it can sometimes leave us wishing we could experience that rapid progression again. To that end, we wanted new marquee units to be usable in content immediately with rapid and consistent incremental progress. Okay. Rip Arnold's unlock streams testing though. Maybe. The People Strikes Back, the People's Guild and the People Strikes Back will want you back. I can help out with farm plans for this. Return to the People seems clear as the next path. This means marquees need to be relevant at lower power levels to receive frequent upgrades that result in direct improvement in gameplay performances. Era should provide a consistent progression experience to all players. This pillar informed some of the shaping of the Era level system, but its primary impact was on the content landscape. We needed one or more new game modes that could be designed specifically for this new isolated ecosystem content where players could feel the impact of upgrades while witnessing large accomplishments over the course of an era. Enter the Coliseum. The first of our seasonal modes provided opportunities for boss encounters on a rotating schedule so players could feel the experience of making significant progress on a daily basis. It also gives our designers space to come up with fun and exciting content more frequently while revisiting some of the awesome units we've created in the past but were only used a handful of times. Now remember Pillar 1, seasonal plays for all players. With this in mind, we aim to keep the Coliseum boss encounters simpler. However, the Coliseum still needs to be a place where veterans and new players alike can experience the fun of mastering a new challenge together. A variety of bosses at the right level of complexity allows theory crafters to have space to explore nuances, while others can enjoy the progression from day to day. In short, we're aiming to bring the whole community together to have fun. I'm feeling kind today, but Matt won't get that kindness. All in on Hondo. I call it payback for not committing to Leviathan. The new system is fine for Legendary, where the marquees are useless until you get the Legendary unlocked. But they start with 6 lifters. It's kind of sad. We'll have to wait months to use IG-90 with Afra. Yeah. But all in all, the
the common thread here, I think, is a win for most players. Tell a Star Wars story. Our love of Star Wars is what brings us together. It's a wonderful universe full of stories we enjoy reading, watching, hearing, and playing. We wanted to make sure that the eras we were providing deep, immersive stories and rich narrative experience for all players. While the Coliseum provides some narrative experience, we want to do more. The Cantina and the overall game need to evolve better to support the Star Wars stories we want to tell. This is arguably our largest update to the game, and yet it doesn't contain nearly all the stuff we wanted to build for you, our players. We have much more in store in the eras in the future, and that's where we want to continue to grow this pillar with more story-driven content. Sounds great to me. This pillar has been Pillar 4 eras are the most efficient path for player progression. This pillar has been a top priority as we've developed our systems. At every turn, we kept asking, how is this helping players grow their roster? Players who played for 10 days have drastically different goals than those who have played for 10 years and require very different rewards. All players need to see durable progress from participating in eras. For eras to be the most efficient path for growing your roster, any progress made during an era needs to translate directly into progress after the era ends. Yes, it is critical that players did not feel like they lost any progress or the resources wasted when upgrading characters during an era. This is the reason we for several choices, including but not limited to, why era levels use unique materials instead of gear/relic levels. Players no longer have to choose between progressing toward their goal or playing with the newest characters. Lightspeed token rewards and era unit conversion. Seasonality provides players with Lightspeed tokens to help them achieve their goals, while also growing their rosters with the newest era units, all without using their legacy resources. Relic 10 material rewards for veteran players. Eras allow them to power up their existing legacy units to greater heights by competing on the era leaderboard to earn Relic 10 materials. Era currency gives players agency over their rewards. Players need to earn relevant rewards for their legacy roster in era currency, and the new shipment tab allows you to earn the resources that are most valuable to you. I need some water. With these, players can continue to work on territory battles and raid squads, hone their PvP capabilities, and unlock new journey guide chases while still acquiring, using, and advancing the newest characters. That was a lot. And we're still not done. Hopefully this post provides you with a better understanding of how we made some of the choices we did for this monumental 10th anniversary update. We want to move to a world where Galaxy of Hero players, both new and old, are strategizing and playing together in their latest events with the latest characters without feeling like they are missing out on their favorite Star Wars experiences. Where newer players can feel like they are contributing to guilds meaningfully without years of catching up, while respecting our most engaged players who have been playing for years. Ultimately, seasonality needs to provide real progress toward your existing goals. We don't want you choosing between playing the latest cool stuff and actually preparing your roster for long-term success. It's a tough balancing act, and we know there will be feedback on how you all will achieve this. It won't be perfect, but we are truly excited to continue this journey with you all. Thank you again for 10 making years of Holotable stories. We could not have done it without you, SWGOH Dev Team. As long as you have questions, feel free to submit them here. Shameless plug for our charity event. Bro. Wow. All right. Let's get a poll. How are you feeling about the update? 1, terrible. 2, not great. Oh, I can only do 3. Or I can only do 4. I thought I could do 5. 3. Okay. 4. Pretty great. I think right now I'm at a 4, dude. This feels pretty great to me. I'm sure that some people are salty about it, but if you actually read all of this, which I don't think a lot of people did, I think there's a lot of really, really good changes. Let's pop this to full screen. and we'll swap over to our other setup. But yeah, dude, I think this is pretty great. I'm cautiously optimistic. I like a lot of what I see, but I can't be overly sure of how it comes together. Way too early for me to really say for sure. That's totally fair. Some of us sound like abuse victims, where we're like, I want to believe things are changing, but they've hit me so many times. That's terrible. But like, CG is the one that's abusive and hitting us all the time. Say goodbye to light side and dark side battles? No, they're just going to be here. But yes, you won't get to see First Order Executioner here anymore, or Vandor Chewie here anymore. I have a little bit of conquest I need to do, because I haven't done my conquest today. We are up to 586, and I still haven't done my booming voice or my deployable cooling system, so... I was going to make some conquest guides, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. So if anyone's struggling with the Quiggled surviving here feat, fun fact, this node is the way to do it, in my opinion. This was the squad I used to do all 10 of mine. Throw tank tech onto crew, let Quiggle die, revive him with Elder, and basically that's what you do. I'm able to get gold crate, but I'm so sick and tired of doing Tarkin clone battles. I might try and find a different stuff for next time. Yeah, the clone kills in the other sector, you really probably should do gas or Bad Batch if you have Bad Batch. But my biggest problem with this update is I want to start another account now, dude. Whatever you want to do, I think I'm gonna think about it a little bit more, but maybe we'll do a big stream on the 18th and launch another free to play. Maybe we'll launch Return of the People, and then why would you want to start a new account? Errors are the same for all players, because I want to see it from the perspective of somebody coming back to the game, because I think that this will do a lot to bring people back to the game. And if I have an account that's in a similar spot to them, I can make content around it that's better, and also see it from an early game perspective. Don't have either. It's the 4 Darkside clones feat I'm doing. I mean, thank God. Zealous Ambition booming is still here with Bounty Hunter at Sector 1. Yeah. Making fun of the eras for all players. Yeah. Dude, I'm worried about Khmer, dude. He was rough in this fight, dude. I still haven't gotten 3 stars on it. Beast Mode Chirpo in Sector 2 boss. Hilarious stuff. Yeah, I was doing my Vayne and Silvo surviving here against Chirpa. To be fair, he has overprepared 3, yeah. But still. I need Brutus surviving here. Any boss feats I'm missing? Yeah, so I think I just need to do Brutus surviving. Any of these only have single target? You have an AoE. No. Okay, so I'll have to go find... Actually, wait. I'm at 586. I have 30 in global feats left. So that means I have 14 I need to get. So this should be 4. Let's do this real quick. Fenpo, Resistance Pilot, Resistance Trooper R2. Oh, wait, 1 second. I need to resave. Oh, dang it. I can't resave anymore. I remodded it earlier and I forgot to resave. Dang it. Oh, you know what? No. I didn't even get to remod. Never mind. My least favorite part about the economy update is I'll have to redo my spreadsheet. Yeah.
Rip. I used Lord Vader clones for the 3-star on the Stranger node. Oh, okay. I should do that. Oh, I also need to do... I relic 9 my Disguise Clo Trooper finally. So my last relic 9 for clones is done. So I can do my 2 3.6 million runs for the raid this time. But I don't know the mods for the 3-man. I have the Tarkin Scorch 2-man down for a while. But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably send out a message in the all officers chat and talk with you guys about what you think about having a third guild, or maybe having a bunch of new players join in on the second guild, or I don't know. We'll kind of see. Oi, let me in on that. Yeah, we only like players that are consistent in there. So, like myself, obviously, very consistent. But yeah, I want to see what Jack and Scribe think as well, and so I can consistently get tickets every other day. I consistently get tickets on the days I play. Consistency's nuts in your mouth. Damn, he got me. Guys, he got me so good. I'm out of credits? I'm out of credits? I did mod upgrading earlier today. Where are your Omega Mats? Dude, I'm out of Omega. I've been short on Omega Mats for years. I buy them every week from the episode shipments. This is the life of a Lightspeed bundle enjoyer. Yeah, I need Omega Mats to get added in here for Mark 1 raid currency. I struggle to go under 100 million. Oh, yeah, credits? Yeah, I'm only out of credits because I did a bunch of mod stuff earlier today. I upgraded like 400 mod, not probably 400, but like 200 mods earlier today. I'm in Lightspeed bundle enjoyer, but I don't need them that bad. I struggle to go under 2 billion. Peasant? Damn. He just really called me a peasant and then asked, and then thinks I'm going to add him to a chat in our Discord. I also buy mods a lot. I need JMK bundle. That's basically the last one I need. Dude, I don't know when the next Lightspeed bundle is going to be. It's going to be a while, though. Give me some Zimbiddies. And Jar Jar Binks, yeah. Yeah, I hope we get a Jar Jar Lightspeed bundle at some point. I'll open all my Bronziums today, too. So I got 3K and... I do have 50 million data caches. We can do some Datacron investing, but not really. 5 mod challenges. All right, let's grab this. At some point, I'll go do the rest of these quests. Yeah, so all of these little gear things are going to get replaced by like signal data and relic mats. That's sick. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna think about this. But I would think we'll do a stream on the 18th. And start a new account would be my thought. Oh shit, I've been needing to attack in territory war. I forgot to set defense too. I have to go in like 4 minutes, so I can't wait for Silva to go farmable. I'm completely ready for Hondo except stars. Nice. I got the Luke Skywalker ad midstream. Nice. My time has come. Dang. He's came already. Did I farm everything today? I don't even remember if I got on today. Okay, yeah. I did all that. So I can just farm relic mats. Or rather, gear for relic mats. And you know what? I'm not going to have time to get on again, so I'm just going to do some simming for today, and we'll finish out some more feats tomorrow. Yeah. So we'll do some more conquest tomorrow, but I just need to get to bed. Maybe we'll do a couple of upgrades here. Dude, I have upgraded 3 different first order crons and rerolled them and still can't get the SLKR or the first order special forces TIE pilot one. And it's starting to piss me off. Like, this would be such a goated look at this. Wait, no, it's not this one. Is it this one? Is it this one? Look at this. Offense, armor pen crit damage, armor pen offense. And I've rerolled it, I think, 3 times already. And I haven't gotten it. This would be so good. So I really hope we win this territory war. And I can reroll that one and hopefully actually get the SLKR. Or the First Order Special Forces one. Alright. I like your cut, G. My haircut. I did it myself. I do not like the mismatched colors of the crons versus mats. Why did they do that? Yeah. It bothers my OCD. I agree. Alright, so overall, people are feeling either okay or great about this update, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure we earn 80 Mark III in a single territory war. Do we not? Are we gonna have to win both? What's our... We only had 38 people sign up too. We might not be in the reward tier needed. We have 380 plus. We only get 60. No, 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 no. Can't you buy a few? Use crystals? I don't want to use crystals, dude. I'm already crystal poor. Weekly shipments, maybe? I guess I could just go here and look. 25 for 600 crystals? Dude. That's disgusting. I don't want to do that. I'd rather shove a DS stylus up my urethra. Oh, yeah. Datacron shipments is a thing. All right. Should we raid somebody? Should we? Or should we just say screw everybody and just leave? Or should we just jump off a building? Where am I? What am I doing? Dude, my throat hurts now. Raid these nuts? Well, have a fun timeout, Andrew. Get wrecked. Got him. Got him. Get got. Got him. And unmodded you just in case you can get rid of your timeout on your own. Got him. Let's see. Nooch is popping up in here, but I don't know if Nooch is actually gonna stream soon or if that's like an old, or if that's scheduled for tomorrow or something. Yeah, it's scheduled for 7 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, I don't see anybody streaming right now. Let's see. Let me just search. We'll go live. See if I can find anybody. Nope, doesn't look like anybody's streaming. All right, well, I'm just going to end stream then. I love you all. Thank you for stopping by the stream. I look forward to more details on possibly starting another account. Maybe. And I'll talk to you guys later. Take care and peace.